At last! The moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
Quite the predicament. Will someone do aught about this? Quite the predicament. Quite the predicament. Quite the predicament.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Home at last!
Welcome home, young master.
Thank you, Diana. I am glad to be back. 'Twas a hard journey, but I found what I sought. A blue sunbright, the sigil of our house. I only hope Mother will be pleased.
Oh, a blue sunbright. I thought they were make-believe.
Oh no, they're quite real. Rather rare, though, and particularly to Melv. I'm surprised you've heard of them, to be frank.
Really? Well, there's a picture of one stuck to the inner cover of a book that was donated to the Gracious Hand. I asked Sir Kendrick about it. He told me the flower's name.
A picture, you say? How very odd.
I believe Miss Daphne is describing a bookplate. The book in question will have been a donation from this very house. Indeed, the mistress has been very generous in her support of the Gracious Hand over the years.
For true? Oh, I must tell her thank you.
I think I could arrange that. I'm certain my mistress would be delighted.
Yes. Well, as for me, I'm just pleased to be home safe and sound.
All this racket. What's going on? Good gracious, what is the meaning of this?
Oh, you must be the lady who's been supporting the Gracious Hand. Thank you ever so much for all you've done for us.
What precisely have you told this girl?
Not a word, mistress. I swear it.
Good. As for you, girl, you need not thank me. 'Tis the privilege of the nobility to help those who are less fortunate. Now, 'tis getting late. You had best be off. Do be sure to leave the house unseen. And fare you well, child. Know that where'er life may lead you, you may take pride in who you are. Come, Diana. I would speak with you alone. You have some explaining to do.
What was that all about? Mother seemed awfully perturbed.
I do wonder what that was all about. Though I'm not sure we ought to pry.
That was not at all the outcome I'd anticipated.
"'Tis a relief to be home safe and sound, I only hope the blue sunbright lifts Mother's spirits. What was that all about? Mother seemed awfully perturbed.
To think the lady here has been supporting the gracious hand for so long. I must find a way to thank her. Are all the nobles so kind? I can't wait to tell everybody at the gracious hand that I met the lady who gave us the book with the pretty flower.
What's going on?
Doesn't seem right, this.
I've naught to say to the likes of you.
Seems you won't be swayed. A shame, that.
Right. The predicament. Right, the predicament.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny, they have their uses.
Have you heard tell of an ox cart travelling the roads at night? Honestly, I follow every regulation to the letter and only travel during the day. Why can't others do the same?
There's been much talk on the street of this phantom ox cart that travels after sunset. But I've heard rather enough of it. Our hands are full enough as it is.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
This ox cart's bound for the... I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
I swear I've never slept better.
How can I get more customers to shop?
There's a ladder here.
We ought to put it to good use.
My bed calls and I shan't resist. Wish the roads were safe.
Oh dear.
I'm in fine feather today.
Let's take it easy.
Still a while to go before we ship
Fine feather today. Must hold out till someone comes to me. My back isn't the issue.
My knowledge from other worlds tells me that a forgotten riftstone lies near here. Shall I lead the way?
'Tis dark as pitch, master. Pray, light your lantern afore I trip.
I brought the number that you requested. I take it this will be enough.
Aye, nicely done. Get in, you lot. Here's your payment.
Thank you kindly, sir. Ordinarily, coin like this would take me half a year to earn.
And I'll thank you to spend it wisely. Don't go drawing undue attention onto yourself, or that'll be the last you get. An ox cart travelling a night is suspicious enough in its own right, if 'twere known that I'm carrying pawns across the border.
I know. And I'll take care of it, I swear it. Contact me again when you've need of more cargo, won't you? What is it? I've done naught worth following me over. Pray let me go. Hold, I beg you. I'll tell you what there is to know. I was approached by a battalion merchant I met at the border checkpoint. He offered me a coin in exchange for rounding up pawns. Aye, I know. Here in Vermund, there's nary a deed more abhorrent. But you have to understand, my gambling debts were like to drown me. I needed coin, and I needed it fast. I know not where they've been taken. Pray, believe me. Here, take this. 'Tis a document I got from that merchant. If word of this should reach the palace, I'd no doubt be disciplined. I might even lose my post. I'll give you all the gold I got today. So pray, I beg you, will you let me go? I swear, I'll ne'er do aught like this again. You have my sincerest thanks. I see the true Arisen is merciful indeed. I'll be going then.
Do we know of someone who might better understand this document? Captain Brandt and Regent Kin Sven are likely to be of aid, but Minister Allard is best avoided.
Outstanding.
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace discussing a curious rumor.
Regarding the Queen Regent and an important personage, you mean?
Aye. Tell Iz her ties to this figure from the neighboring country have a romantic tint. Surely this is a jest. All that effort for so little gain?
Rarely have I felt so empty.
Ah, now here's a surprise.
A splendid discovery.
Huh. I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
You run so fast. I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
You would gather materials here, Master. Can we really afford to carry more?
Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff.
I am honored to be called to your side, Arisen.
Do you perchance remember me? You once knew me as maid to the young master, Sebastian. Well, I'm his maid no longer. Though I meant no harm, the mistress saw fit to turn me out. Tell no other soul of this, but the girl I had you fetch was none other than Sebastian's own twin sister. Afeared of inviting conflict over their inheritance, Daphne's family branded her a cursed babe and sent her away. Yet the loss of her newborn child drove the mistress half mad with grief. She's been bedridden ever since. I had hoped the sight of her long-lost daughter might rekindle some vital spark within my mistress. But alas, 'twould seem it was not to be.
Ah, Sir Arisen. I've been meaning to speak with you. Did you, perchance, pay a visit to the House of the Blue Sunbright? I see. After the rather strongly worded letter I received, I feared as much. 'Twas under unique circumstances, shall we say, that Daphne came to reside with us. You must understand, the House of the Blue Sunbright is our most generous benefactor, and their favor hinges upon our continued discretion. Thus, for the sake of all who reside herein, I beg you to steer Daphne away from any further contact with that household. Though it pains me to perpetuate the girl's misfortune, it must be done, if the gracious hand is to continue to function.
You have my fullest confidence. Yes, Your Majesty? Ah, so you've encountered the Phantom Oxcart from the rumors. To be precise, the letter of the law does not forbid the abduction of pawns. However, in our sovereign-ruled kingdom, crude treatment of the pawns who so loyally serve our liege is an act decried by all. If one were to sell them for personal gain, they would doubtless be censured no matter their station. And this letter, by its make and the quality of the parchment, I can only surmise 'tis of the like used in the palace. We ought to assume a member of the court has a hand in this matter. But for what purpose are these pawns being gathered? And where are they being taken? I have a proposal, Your Majesty. Should we ascertain the pawn's destination, perchance we will discover the intent behind this plot. Yet if we question the driver haphazardly, this mission will be over before it begins. I bid Your Majesty follow the ox cart without arousing suspicion, that you might divine where it is headed. Alternatively, mayhap Your Majesty could assume the guise of a pawn and await pickup in a likely location. I leave the choice to Your Majesty's discretion.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
After you, Arisen.
Off we trot.
My stomach's growling. Time for an early supper. I wonder what shall I get us to.
Times such as these are what lanterns are for. That's better. I don't much like the dark.
Thank you kindly. I did not mean to trouble you.
What's this? Only pawns? What's that dullard playing at? Suppose it's all the same. The cargo's all I need to get the job done. In you get then. What's this? Only pawns? Suppose it's all the same. The cargo... Oh, it's cold out. Fie, I'm tired. Empty. Forgot to buy more drink. Could do with a proper meal. What was that? Fie. Now I'm jumping at shadows. We're under attack! Don't just stand there! Protect the cart! Drive the fiends back!
We shall await you here, Master.
You're not a pawn? Fie! What do you want? I'm not taking you anywhere. Away with you.
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
As if I don't have enough to deal with.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
They can be most convenient, though they travel only during the day.
Fare my fine passengers this evening. Don't know why I'm asking, you never answer. Suppose you'll jump.
Who are you? Come no closer!
As you wish. I shall return directly.
I'm no cook, am I?
Oof. My pack's grown rather heavy.
If you feel overburdened, mayhap I could carry some things for you. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. How do you like that? There's a ladder here.
Oh, excellent find.
Off we trot.
I suppose I could use a moment to catch my breath.
You have no need of my assistance at present, but I shall be ready to render aid at a moment's notice.
shall fare my fine passengers this evening? Don't know why I'm asking. Never answer. Suppose you'll just... Who are you? Come no closer!
Materials, eh? I shan't deny. They have their uses.